free Geometry Dash games aren't known for their quality. So I wanted to see if I could order a fan game that could outshine Rob Top, ranging from $1 to 100. Despite only getting 1 level instead of the usual 3, it'll only hit harder if it's great. Never mind. This is just a Geometry Dash world ripoff with puny pirate flags to cover up this sorry excuse of a theme. It lasts 15 seconds, even I last longer than that. Let's hope that the $25 fan game will be better. Upon entering the Fantasy Airflow, I needed a quick bathroom break after stumbling upon these cuties right here. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this crystal theme goes hard. And mad respect for doing the song justice, especially with how well it's synced at the drop. Oh shoot, there's already a coin. Look, I have nothing wrong with it, but I don't think mobile players would have the same take. This could be minor schizo talking, but the sync up there section feels exactly like a Fantasy Airflow, and is used very well, unlike other levels. Not to mention the obligatory tower part that might as well be part of the 10 commandments for fan games at this point. It low-key steals Dash's flow, and I would have let it slide if not for the disgusting self-promotion. Who does this? Anyway, I fixed it, much better. With how hard the first level went, I was honestly in disbelief, jaw to the floor that this game was only $25. But let's see how things pan out. Off the bat, these coin placements should be a crime. Like, deadass, this dude should be put behind bars. The amount of brainpower needed to track them all down can make even the greatest minds faint. I'll excuse it though, as this callback to a teaser with these green tongues is pretty clever. And I low-key want to see what that tongue can do. While the drop admittedly goes hard, the creator definitely nailed that down. The level starts falling under what I call the spin-off curse, where slowly but surely levels on a free game progressively get worse, starting with absolute peak and to this. The only exception is Geometry Dash World. The whole game is shit. For example, after this beautiful rainbow part that can make a grown man shed a tear, you get this. 2016 called They Want Their Level Back. Well, as long as it ends on a high note, doesn't matter anyway. To that I say, call this cheese rolling, cause it only goes further downhill from here. Yo, this block design is fire. Let's use it for the rest of the level, is probably what the creator thought. Don't get me wrong, it's solid, and that's all it is. Completely inoffensive, something you can mistake for an average feature level that you'd see and instantly forget about. If this is worth $25, inflation is seriously getting bad. Disappointing with the high highs of Fantasy Airflow or, God forbid, Pirate Party Parade, but hey, it should only get better from here, as we all know that money equals quality. Unlike its counterpart Geometry Dash World, it only has 3 levels. But hey, maybe it'll make up for it and beat the irony with stunning creations. Beat that. A true comedian. Ladies, quiet. The laughter is killing me. Comedy aside, the start is simple but visually appealing, and the coin is excellent. Normally, it may seem out of reach, but if you grab a potion, it lowers some acid, leading you to some geometry cash. On the long list of W's, the song is a bop as well. This is what would make Mozart weep and realize what real music is. It's just kind of a shame that goes to waste when the drop is literally 1x speed. Newsflash, this isn't 2013. There's this object you can use called a speed portal. Don't stress, it's kind of an obscure feature, so it's easy to miss. Starting hot, but that could be said about a lot of things. So let's see if this will fall into the same trap as many have before. Wonder if I've seen this before? I just can't put my finger on it. Jokes aside, even though the level oozes with originality, showing plenty of gimmicks, an honest man has to be honest. It's outshined by the finale, Star Crater. Now look, I know this is the final level, meaning it should be intense, but this is peaceful. This just gives you the urge to go to the outskirts of the woods and never be seen again. And if you don't agree, you're lying to yourself. I did knock the game before for not relating to worlds or even mega frankly, but I will admit the world building is pretty nice. Over here, and I hope I don't get sued for saying this, while a xylophone melody goes on, these Super Mario looking blocks appear. Or whenever you go underwater, it syncs to the music. While, yes, it's a little undercooked, medium rare even, the intricate details and charm really nail this level down. And there's even the obligatory tower part. I wasn't lying when I said this is a lot of a fan game. It's hard to say which game has been better so far, as Aurora fluctuates like a flopping dead tuna fish, while Mega World has been consistent the whole way through. So let's see if geometrydash Gleamland will put that discussion to rest. Entering the Fangame, I would start reckless driving. Wait, no, officer, I mean, what a PG-friendly name. Starting off, the sheer quantity of glow can make shader videos jealous, but you don't see me complaining. This fire. The only issue with the level is that it ends. No, like seriously, it just abruptly ends. And gives you a heart attack to rub more salt in the wound. It doesn't even sync to the music, for Christ's sake. At least the coins make up for it. Do you see the coin? Here, I'll give you a few seconds. Want a hint? Well, if you thought doing this atrocious timing to skip this portal, activating an invisible trigger that deletes the spikes, you'd be right. Saying that this is even playable could be considered blasphemous. Ignoring the unplayable elephant in the room, it did cook. Let's see how the rest of the Fangame holds up and if it falls under the spin-off curse. Going from reckless driving to, ChatGPT, generate me a name for this level, perfect, is kind of crazy. That aside, the world building is probably the level's greatest strength. It's just unfortunate that all gets thrown out the window when it commits the terrible sin of saying, I like this part. We had a good thing going, Gleamlands, we really did. Aside from this intense ending that'll make you feel like you're approaching a boss,
that's called foreshadowing.
This is probably the most snooze-infesting level out of all of these. Not as average as some other fan games, but this could be the tipping point. You know the level is gonna be a feast when the intro starts with a cinematic shot showing your attempt count. Hold up, why does it say infinity? Propaganda and defamation aside, the build-up is insane. Transitions and everything, the whole shebang. Like, can we just take a second to appreciate the visuals? Thanks. After barely escaping the flood and frankly over-the-top gameplay, we approach the final boss, the Club Org. Listen, if this level is gonna be over the top, I'm gonna be over the top too. Saying that this boss is insane would put a mental facility to shame. Not only is it better than the average boss, it's scattered with so many Easter eggs, you'd be surprised the Easter Bunny wasn't listed as a collaborator. That said, the boss does fall under one cliche. After a fierce face-off, the boss just blows up and dips. Strong zero, literally unplayable. And well, was it worth the price? From the 15 seconds of mid and Pirate Party Parade, to the highs of Aurora, the consistency of Mega World, and the grandness of Gleamlands, I think the choice is obvious. Gleamland is the winner. And for sure better than anything RobTop could cook up, let's be honest. Consider checking out more content like the video on screen, and thanks for watching.